Hello class 12. Today I'm going to start with this new chapter on minerals and power resources, and this is chapter 16. Okay. Now if you have your textbooks, now whichever point that I'm explaining you all, please go through because we are doing the reduced syllabus, so you need to follow your text. Okay. The first important thing about mineral and power resources, now you just have to know the definition. Okay. What do you mean by a mineral? So mineral is a natural substance consisting of organic and inorganic origin with a definite chemical and physical property is called minerals. Now minerals are of two types: metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals. Metallic means containing metal and non-metallic means does not contain metals. Okay. Now when I talk about metallic mineral, I'm talking about minerals like iron ore, copper, okay, manganese, nickel. And when I'm talking about non-metallic minerals, okay, I'm talking about minerals which is organic in its nature or inorganic in its nature. Okay, like for example, I'm talking about coal, I'm talking about petroleum, mica, limestones, which comes under the category of non-metallic minerals. Okay, now metallic mineral again has been further divided into ferrous and non-ferrous. Ferrous means containing metal, non-ferrous means does not contain metals. Ferrous, example again iron ore, manganese, tungsten, nickel. Non-ferrous out here is gold, silver, bauxite. These are some examples of a non-ferrous minerals. Okay. Now beside this, you have to know the differences. It's already been given in your textbook also. Like differences between metallic and non-metallic minerals. Like for example, metallic, I've already told you it contains metals like iron ore, bauxite, manganese and all. Non-metallic does not contain metal. Example has been given. Metallic minerals are usually hard and have a shine. Okay. Non-metallic mineral have a luster of their own. Metallic minerals are been found in igneous rocks. Non-metallic minerals are mostly been confined to sedimentary rocks. Metallic minerals when hit, they do not break. Non-metallic minerals when hit, they easily break down into pieces. Okay, that's the difference between a metallic and a non-metallic minerals. Now we come to the next one is ferrous and non-ferrous. Now ferrous out here means iron content. Non-ferrous does not contain iron. Examples you have to know. Ferrous minerals are grayish in its color and forms the basis of a machinery. That means any kind of machine that is to be manufactured, it all depends on ferrous minerals. Non-ferrous have different colors, okay, and it's used for economic growth of a country. Ferrous minerals are being found in crystalline rocks and non-ferrous are being found in any kind of a rock. That's the difference between ferrous, non-ferrous, metallic and non-metallic. Okay. Now we come to the next important, which is a common question in ISC. Characteristic feature of a mineral. Okay, there are three important characteristic features of a mineral. First one is mineral is unevenly distributed. Uneven distribution of minerals. Now please remember that India is one country endowed or blessed with various deposits of minerals. Okay, name any kind of a mineral, we have a deposit in India. There may be some deposit in a larger quantity, there may be some deposit in a lesser quantity, but any kind of a mineral, name it, you'll find in India. Okay, but the deposits of mineral that you have is unevenly distributed. There are some areas where the mineral deposits are in larger amount, in some areas it is in lesser amount. Like for example, if you look at this Chotanagpur Plateau region or the Damodar Valley region, here you have huge deposits of minerals, and it's because of the deposits of minerals that has been found there. It's already known as a storehouse of a mineral. Okay, so having said that, other parts of our country also do have deposits of mineral, but the amount, the quantity of mineral deposit that you have is lesser in other parts of India, unevenly distributed. Now, another important characteristic feature of a mineral is that it has inverse relationship regarding its quality and quantity. If a quality is good, if a quality of a mineral is good, you'll find in lesser quantity. Okay, and if the quality is bad, you'll find in more quantity. So quality and quantity, there is an inverse relationship. And third important characteristic feature of a mineral is that it is exhaustible. It's non-renewable. Once used is finished forever. So these are the three important characteristic features of a mineral. So the first is the definition of a mineral, types of minerals, metallic, non-metallic, metallic divided into ferrous and non-ferrous, differences between them, and characteristic features of a minerals. Okay. Then you come to the next one. The first mineral, that is iron ore, which comes under the category of a metallic mineral. Okay. Now, important thing about iron ore, remember iron ore has always been referred to as a backbone of modern civilization. Now, why it is known as the backbone of modern civilization is because without iron ore, no other industries can be set up. To start with any kind of industries, iron ore has to be there because it forms the basis of any other industries. Okay, so it's always known as the backbone of modern civilization. It is also known as a basic or a key industry. There are 4 different types of iron ore. Depending on the amount of iron content, it has been categorized into magnetite, hematite, limonite, and siderite. Okay, so larger the amount of iron content, superior is the quality of the iron ore. So keeping this in mind, magnetite is supposed to be of a superior quality, where you find more than 80% of the carbon content there. Okay, and another important characteristic feature of this magnetite variety is that it has a magnetic quality. Okay, so that is why the name is magnetite. And it's mostly been found in states like Andhra Pradesh, Jharkhand, and Goa. There are other states also, 2 states is more than enough. Then the next one is hematite, which contains around 60 to 70% of carbon. Again, it has been found in Andhra Pradesh and Jharkhand. And then you have limonite, 40 to 60% of the carbon. Okay, and it's also yellow or light brown in its color. And then you have siderite, which contains around 40% of carbon and supposed to be the inferior when compared to magnetite, hematite, and limonite. Okay, so these are the 4 important things that you have to remember. Then you come to state-wise production and distribution. As you know it, Jharkhand, Orissa, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Goa are the important states. Any 2 states you have to remember. Okay. Then you come to Orissa. Okay, and in Orissa, remember one center, Mayurbhanj. Okay. Then Goa, North Goa, Chhattisgarh, Bailadila. I think these 3 states with the 3 centers are more than enough, this much. Okay. Then you come to uses. Uses, it is used for constructions. Okay. I don't think it's been mentioned in the textbook. If not mentioned, now please note it down. Useful for constructional purposes. It is also used in the manufacturing of automobile industries and also for different modes of transportations. Okay. So uses are important. And then you come to the last paragraph out here. You just go through this. That India is the 5th largest exporter of iron ore in the world. Okay. And most important countries which is buying iron ore from India is Japan, Korea, and the European countries. And the main important ports which handles the export of iron ore is the port of Visakhapatnam, Marmagao, and Mangalore. Okay, so just remember this point. Then you come to next mineral called manganese. Okay, now manganese is also equally important like that of iron ore, and it is from manganese. Okay, you manufacture steel, okay, which is a basic raw material for iron and steel industry. Besides manufacturing of steel, it is also used for manufacturing of bleaching powder, insecticides, paints, batteries, etc. Uses are very important. Please note it down. Okay. Then you come to state-wise production. Maharashtra, the leading producer, and in Maharashtra, underline Nagpur, Madhya Pradesh, Balaghat, Orissa, Sundargarh. 3 states more than enough. Okay. Then you come to the next one. Japan, France, UK are the main buyers of manganese from India. Okay. Then you come to the next mineral, that is mica. Okay. Now mica, one thing that you have to remember, you don't have to go in detail, but just remember, it was also been used in ancient time for medicinal purposes, for manufacturing of this Ayurvedic medicines, okay, which is also known as abrak, okay. And today the use of mica is very high. Although there has been a fluctuation in the production of mica. Sometimes production is more, demand is more, production is less, demand is less, okay. But then also India had the monopoly of producing mica, okay. And the reason behind why mica has gained popularity today is that it is used in an electrical industry because it can withstand high voltage. Okay, so keeping this in mind, there are three different varieties of mica: muscovite, fulgurite, and biotite. And as I've told you, it has been used in an electronic industry. Electronic industry, as it can withstand high voltage and has low power loss factor. Okay, the state producing mica is Andhra Pradesh, and it is in the Nellore district. Next state is Rajasthan, Bhilwara district, and Jharkhand, you can underline the Kadarma district, okay. India is one of the big exporter of mica. 90% of mica has been exported to other countries. Again, countries like Japan, UK, Russia are the main buyers, okay, of mica from India, okay. Now another important thing that you have to remember is that in the earlier time, there were no substitute for mica, therefore the demand was very high. But today, the production of mica, the demand of mica is becoming slightly lesser because lots of substitutes for mica has come up. Synthetic materials also been existing, which is also acting as a substitute for mica. Okay, so these are the important minerals that has been there in your syllabus. Now you don't have to do bauxite and all that, okay. Now come to the next one, power resources. Okay, the first one is the definition of this word called power resource. Power or energy resources is the primary input in the production of goods and services. Okay, so power resources plays a very important role for the economic development of the country. Okay, so keeping this in mind, depending upon the sources and utilization, it has been divided into two: renewable and non-renewable resource. Renewable means it can be used again and again. Non-renewable means once used is finished forever. It is also known as exhaustible and inexhaustible resources, conventional and non-conventional sources of energy. Okay, so starting with the first one is the conventional sources of energy. Now conventional sources of energy is also called non-renewable sources of energy, which means once used is finished forever. Okay, the first important one is coal. Okay, now coal, characteristic features: inflammable organic substance consisting of hydrocarbons. It contains volatile matter, okay, and moisture and ash. Due to its high utility, coal has always been referred to as a black gold because of its versatile nature. Okay, just write that down. Okay, there are 4 varieties of coal depending on the amount of carbon content. The higher the amount of carbon content, superior is the quality of the coal. Keeping this in mind, the first variety is anthracite. The best quality with 80% of carbon. It is hard, it is very compact and jet black in its color. Okay, and when it's being burnt, a lot of heat has been given, and it's mostly been found in the foothills of the Himalayas. Jammu and Kashmir, Sikkim, Nagaland are those areas where you find this anthracite variety. The next variety is called bituminous. Bituminous is the most industrially used coal, okay, and it belongs to the Gondwana region, okay, and it contains around 60 to 80% of the carbon, and mostly been found in Jharkhand, Orissa and West Bengal. Then you have a next variety called lignite. Lignite has always been referred to as brown coal, and India does have a large deposits of lignite, and one of the most important places where you have this deposits of lignite is called Neyveli in Tamil Nadu. Okay, and then you have the last variety of coal called the peat. Peat is supposed to be an inferior quality. This is the first stage in which the wood has been transformed into a charcoal. Okay, so when this peat is being burned, they give you less heat but lot of ashes and lot of smokes. Okay, so these are the 4 different varieties of coal that has been found in India. Okay, thank you.